we have to talk about the regional market update. And what I'd like to do now is introduce everybody to an incredible platform called DI Vault. DI-Vault. DI stands for Deal Intelligence. And this is an incredible platform. It's AI technology, artificially intelligent technology, which has predictive analytics and machine learning built into it. And I just want to show people that are watching, because we just gave you an interesting market update on economics, and we gave you an interesting market update on real estate. Now let's dive into the different regions. Now, just look at the chart. Let me push this aside. Look at the charts. By the way, we put through the entire MLS inventory through this system. So we see all the properties. Okay. So this isn't like one-offs or so on and so forth. We see all of them. Right now on this chart, there's 7,611 properties that are visible on this particular chart. And you can see this is the cash flow. What you're seeing here is the cash flow possibilities in any particular market. The green markets mean that the cash flow is 6% or more. The yellow and orange means it's about 5%, and the red means it's 3% or less. Okay. So just have a look, Patrick. What I find fascinating about this is you really start to identify a couple things. You can see how there's different markets that are a lot better for cash flow than others, and that's fantastic. But as I activate different layers, like for example, the price change, look at this. This is so cool how in the last 30 days, Bowmanville, Orono is green, meaning prices have been increasing in the last 30 days, versus Oshawa right beside it. It's red, meaning it's been decreasing in the last 30 days. And then if you look at the Ajax Pickering area right beside it, look at this again. You got yellow, which means they've been neutral. They haven't went up or down in the last 30 days. And just beside it, again, they've been red. This is how regional real estate really is. So folks, when you're listening to market updates, whether it's ours or anybody's, you have to go dive into your regionality to see what's actually happening. Because as you, and watch what I'm going to do next, these are the 30-day price changes. Let me go to a 90-day price changes and watch how it all changes. Look at this. Boom. Look at Orono, Bowmanville. They've been going up in the last 30 days, but their 90-day trend is actually going down. So really fascinating. And you could, if you had access to DI Vault, folks, which you can get access to DI Vault, you should, I don't know if we can include in this video or in the comments a link so people can discover the DI Vault and come to an information session. But this, Patrick, is the kind of technology investors absolutely must be using if they want to get into the regional market so they can understand what's happening in their market, not just across the province or across the country.
Well, this is, we've talked about technology so much over the past 4 years. And then when we look at DI Vault and what AI is bringing to the table, what technology is bringing to the table, it almost is feeling for us, because we're in it, is almost nonsensical to not use technology to source your deals, find your deals, negotiate your deals, because it's here, it's working. And for those of you that are looking at this, this is early adopter possibilities, but this technology is very robust already. We've used it extensively. We've had users use it extensively. And this is precision targeting your market and understanding what's going on in a neighborhood specifically, as JG's pointing out there. It's like you're like being a sniper in terms of what you're looking for, how you're finding it. And I can't say and stress enough, it's efficient, it's effective, it's fast. Clarity equals velocity, and this gives you the opportunity to embrace it fully. And I can't say enough about the technology in terms of taking your investing to the next level.
Folks, you got to come to an upcoming DI Vault information session. Find the link in the comments or in the description and get there, because Patrick and I are really behind this DI Vault. And the reason is because, check this out, you can actually see the rent changes. So look what's happening. Give you a perfect example. Look at the 30, let's just say you're interested in Bowmanville, okay? In the last 30 days, prices have been going up. Good to know. In the last 90 days, in general, the prices have been going down. Okay, might be the bottom of a market, might be a good time to get in. And let's look at what's happening with rents. I click on rents. Rents have been neutral in that area. Well, now you're starting to get a good sense of what's happening in that particular market. You're not looking at Canada wide. You're not looking at Ontario wide. Ontario is massive. I mean, what happens in all of Ontario has not as much bearing on what happens in these individual markets. And by the way, there's so many more different metrics you can put on and layers, and we'll show you all of that in the upcoming info session. So you got to check in on that. But I wanted to give people a bit of a preview, Patrick, because the regionality of real estate markets is incredible. And that is what investors have to be experts at, is their region. They need to know what's happening in their region, more so than what's happening with macroeconomics in general across the entire world. Real estate is very, very regional.
And I want to point out something here. When we look at technology, JG, we just keep beating this technology drum because that's where it's going. I say that this shift in terms of how investors can operate is literally, I think it's as big as going from snail mail to email and text. Like, I think it's that dramatic. And maybe it's not so dramatic today, right now, but that is where it's going to be in a very short period of time. And, embracing the technology is going to make huge difference in the profits and your workability of a piece of real estate that you want to buy and invest in. It is that big a change.
The amount of time you can save and your level of efficiency and effectiveness is off the charts. Patrick, I was doing a demo for some investors yesterday, and we took 2,000, they were interested in London, Ontario. We took 2,000 potential listings that were on there. We immediately brought it down to, okay, let's look at London. We brought it down to 1,146 listings. We then clicked on the analyzed button, which then reduced from 1,146 to 825. And then we took those 825. We said we only want duplexes or triplexes. That reduced it down to 96 opportunities. And then we applied artificial intelligence to that and said, tell us which ones are cash flow positive of the 96. And it came back with 25. We went from 2,000 possibilities to 25, and we did that in less than 30 seconds. And then we were able to analyze all 25 of them in less than 15 minutes and start submitting offers. That's how effective and efficient this platform is.
It's spectacular. So anyways, not much more to say about it. Embrace technology. This technology is unbelievable. If you like what you learned here, go to the description below and subscribe for our free Insiders newsletter, where you can also stay up to date for our upcoming events and our courses.
If you want to see more stuff like this, click here. If you want to see the entire show, click there.